tackle time for bull red drum. Season's coming up, and Chesapeake Bay right now is frozen. The water's too cold. The striped bass seem to be not in the area. They might be, but we can't even get to them right now. I went across the bridge today. Went to a fishing expo on the other side of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and on Kent Island, and the bay was frozen, man. Like, it was frozen. I haven't seen it like that in years. So it's going to be tough for anybody really to get out to try to catch the striped bass. So it's really time to start gearing up for red drum. I got a few weeks coming up that's going to be slow fishing wise. So I'm going to start stocking up on some work on my other job, and yeah, let's get it all ready for the season to come up, and I can't wait. So today we're going to talk about all the way down to line weight, and leader size, and reel size, rod size, all the stuff that I would use. Number one, I would use working mating on the boat. And number two, what I would use when I would be out for fun for myself. Along with that, I'm going to talk about the tackle that we use, the lures, the jig head size, the hook size, colors. Sometimes colors matter. A lot of times with these fish, it does not matter that much. So I'm going to try to go over all that. If you can get lucky enough to get out with THOMASON Tradition Sport Fishing, look up Captain Dre, and might have some open dates. Virginia is from April, late April, May, June and July, and early July down in Virginia waters. Then we come up to Maryland waters, July, August, September, and October. We were catching them in October this year, so we had a good season for them. So let's get at it. Let's get at starting with the basics down to the line, and we'll work our way up. So I'm going to start off here with, so I just got these. This is made by Jigging World. This is, it actually comes in this big bag here. But it's two of these inside of here. This is made PVC, waterproof, tight seal around the zipper. These things are great. This is what I put my GoPro in. Keep my GoPro, it being really cold. Not only do I have my GoPro in here, extra batteries, chest mount. I also have some hand warmers in here too. They're real quick and easy to charge. The charge stays all day. I didn't have a problem when it was 33 degrees. The last time I went out, kept my hands nice and warm all day. Just keep them right in my pockets. And yeah, I turn them on and off. I don't keep them on. It makes the battery last longer. So let me get this one out of the way. Show you what's in my other one. On the side I have my my pliers. They clip right on. There's a cool little thing on the side that holds them in there. And then here's the big box. So in the big box, what I have is some hand warmers and my other container, right? So in my other container, so let me show you this before I show you what all the goodies that are in there. The other container I have, this is for tuna fishing, the chain gang. It's just a little fun thing that we do when we go out tuna fishing. My leaders, my jig heads, have them in here. Scissors, all the stuff that I'm gonna need. And then in here I got all my lures. Some of them already rigged up, some of them not. I will go over them after we do the rods and reels. So what I got going on here, guys, I just picked this up today. So this right here this is a Florida fishing product. This is the Osprey. This is a 4,000 size reel. It was already, I got it from one of the captains on the bay at the flea market today. And this is the Osprey Get it in here real quick for you. There you go. Osprey, it's a 4,000. So Captain Jamie, I think he put it feels like it's 20-pound test on here, which is more than enough because I don't have much more drag on here anyway. But this is the 4,000. This would be my suggestion when you're going out on. This is what I would use on the boat when I was with customers or clients out on the bay. Now, what I would use for fun trips for myself, and this is what I use for these winter stripers, is this is my Daiwa. It's a BG. Best bang for your buck, I have to say, in rods and reel, or with reels anyway. This brackish water. The 3,000 right here is this is good. Still has some good drag on it. This is 30-pound Nomad on here. That's probably my favorite line to use. That's the one I use. It's a 30-pound, or this one's actually, sorry, this one's 20-pound. It's a 600-yard spool. I got it off of Amazon. I think it was $28 total for 600 yards. You can't beat that. So that's what I always use. You'll see when I show you my other rods and reels, most of them have this blue line on there because that's what I like to use. Now I'm gonna put this on a different rod than what I've been using, but this is a local guy from around here, JLS. He makes excellent rods. This right here is a 701. I'm sorry, this is a 704 medium heavy fast inshore rod. It's 20-pound to 30-pound braid. So this is a 1/2 ounce to 2 ounce lure weight, and that's really all I'm using for the most part when I'm out on the bay. Is nothing really much more than 2 ounce. I may go to a 3 ounce if it's real windy and the current's moving real strong, just so I can get to the bottom if that happens to be where the fish are. Or if I'm fishing real shallow water and I just need to cast really far, then I'll use a 3 ounce in that case, and just to get everything out to the fish as quick as possible. So that's what I use there. Let me get this up and out of the way real quick. And so, get my setup. This is going to be the new setup right now. So, the new setup is the 4,000 that I bought today from Captain Jamie. And this is my baby. So, let's see if we can get it in there. This is made by Jigging World. This is the Shogun. This thing ain't no joke, I'll tell you right now. Shogun, it's a 7'1". It says it's a medium light. There ain't no way. If you look how beefy that thing is, right? So 7'1", medium light. Line weight is 15 to 30 pound, which tells me it's a medium heavy at least. And the lure weight is 1 ounce to 6 ounce. So this thing's got a heck of a backbone on it, right? I'm going to pair this up with this 4,000. This rod, I've been using the 3,000 on it, but it's got the backbone for 4,000. So that's what I'm going to actually use on here. Is I'm going to get this strung up, and then I'm going to show you, show you the next part, which is going to be your leader. The leader's very important when fishing for these fish. It's important for not fraying your braid. It's important for not getting the hook to catch on the line itself. It's also important for these fish have very, very strong scales on them, and so you need a nice hefty braid. We switched back to like 20-pound, 30-pound for these winter stripers, but honestly I wouldn't do anything less than 30 or 40 pound, just merely for the diameter, for the fraying factor, rubbing up against these fish and their teeth. They're not very toothy fish, but they're their teeth are like sandpaper. So you want to make sure that that you got something there that you can protect your line from. You can probably see, if I can get this close enough, the size difference here between the two. So there's my 40-pound braid, and there's my I'm sorry, my 20-pound braid and my 40-pound leader. And let's see if we can get this knot tied on here, right? So so I also want to talk about this guy right here. So marine electronics, anything you need, custom dashes, custom switch box, stereo install, anything, you know, electronic. He does transducers, he does trolling motors, adds extra batteries, whatever you happen to need, just give him a call. His name's Steve. Let him know that I sent you, and you know, he'll get you either in the books. He can custom make your dash. You can just take some measurements and send them to him, and he can custom make your dash and send it out to you. If you're in Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Delaware, we can make arrangements to you know, to get out to you. Again, that's Bull in the Bay. Steve is the owner, and he will take very good care of you. So, all right, so next thing we're looking at here, boys and girls, is going to be the fun box. And what's in the fun box? Let's take a look what's in the fun box. Lots of fun stuff. Different size heads, different size lures, more different size lures. I'll go over more of these here in a second, show you some sizes that we got. The number one bait on our boat is no live bait. These are the 8-inch fluke tail, 8-inch paddle tail. Either one. Nice big profile. This is it with an 1.5 ounces. See it on there. 1.5 ounces. That's the larger hook. That's an 8-aught. Double extra strong hook right there. All right. Now, ones I love the most. So this is a 3/4 ounce. This is a 5-inch. This one, this color right here was massive stripers on this bait right here. And you'll see it has a little tear in it because this thing has been, I think this thing has caught 25 fish. And what we do is put the zip tie on there. This has a corkscrew on, and I'll show you there in a second inside. So that the bait won't come off of the head, but the hook might rip through, and we use the zip ties to keep the hook from ripping through anymore. And it doesn't affect the bait swimming. Different colors, different color heads. This is a 5-inch paddle tail. Different color heads, different color tails. This is one of my favorites right here. It's the pink and yellow with the chartreuse. I think they call it limeade. So that one's there. So any of these baits really, for these big fish. Next we got, let's see. I'm gonna show you one of these jig heads here. No, not big jig head. So this is for the 8-inch, and this is actually a 3 ounce here, right? This is a super heavy 3 ounce 8-aught hook. Now, here's the unique thing with these, is it has the corkscrew on it that holds the bait in place. New, sharp, love the shape, love the eyeballs. They rarely ever come out, even with these big fish. This is my go-to right here, right? So this paired up with this,
pretty looking bait right there. You know what I mean? Yep. So we got purples, we got chartreuses. What else we got in here? Lots of purples, lots of chartreuses. So one of the things with the stripers are real picky with colors. So I got these clips. I put the clips on, speed clips, and they just go on like that. And that way you can swap your baits out real quick. I will not use these when it comes to drum. The drum will pull that thing right out of there. I actually had lost one last year because of one of those clips. I don't like to lose these fish, and you know that they take the whole bait with them. So now they're swimming around with the bait stuck in their mouth. I just don't like it. Bucktails for cobia. This is going to be in my cobia bag. This is actually in here now because these drum like these bucktails too, but this color I love, the orange. This was made by a local guy, Big Sexy Baits. He's on the eastern shore of Maryland in Salisbury. But he made these baits for me. 8-aught hook, 2-ounce head, double strung. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Pretty badass. So we got that. Yeah, man. And then so I use a uni knot to tie these on. I'm gonna go ahead and put on this, and just in case I get to go out for some stripers again, I'm gonna put on this tie it on with the speed hook, the speed clip, and I use a uni knot for this. So nice, quick and easy. Uni knot goes through. You make your loop. I'll make my new loop like that, right? Take this, put it through the hole you just made at least 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull tight on your tag end, and then when you go to pull it, the knot will go right down to there, and there's your uni knot right there for you. Clip that off, tag end, and now you got your lure ready to go. This was a favorite with the striped bass and the Chesapeake this year, so I'm going to keep that blue on just in case I get an opportunity to go out and fish for these fish. So I have that. So like I said, so this is our gear for these big fish. You know, I have probably a month and a half before I can get out and fish for them. But this is what we're using on the boat. So lastly, let's talk about what I would use, what I'm going to use when I'm working on the boat. And I have clients that I'll cast the cobia or drum, hook the fish, and you know we'll hook them from the tower, and we'll have to drop our rods down to our clients down on the bottom there, right? So again, here I go again with the Jigging World. This one is the Onyx, Jigging World Onyx. So this is a heavy rod, right? So this one's going to be 7'1" heavy, 2 ounce to 6 ounce, 20 to 40 pound weight. And this is definitely a heavier rod than the Shogun. This is a 4000 BG, which is bigger than the 4000 Osprey, the Florida. This is a beefier rod. It's got a beefier drag on it. But yeah, this is a great setup for the Chesapeake Bay with its brackish water, more salty water down in Virginia. So I'm trying to use something that's sealed completely, and just with the bearings and everything, this is just a very smooth. Only takes a little bit of a wash off. When we're done fishing at the end of the day, I'll wash it off, hit it with a hose, and be able to ready to go for the next day. Last but not least, let me show you real quick. I do a baitcaster setup. My baitcaster setup, don't tell anybody, but it's a Shimano. I'm really big. I don't know if you can see that over behind me.
Daiwa, 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 and then a couple Florida fishing products. This one being my newest one right here. Gonna try that out. That's the one I just bought today. But so look, the Daiwa reel or rod. So this is an arid coastal. This is a heavier rod. This is the Shimano Tranks. This is a 300. And again, I got with the fighting handle, power crank on it, just for fishing and jigging these bigger fish off the bottom. I will take this drum fishing like a couple times, but for the most part, I'm not using this for drum. I can. It has the drag for it. It has the spool for it. It has everything I need for it. I just don't really use this because it takes forever to get the fish to the boat. And especially if we're out fun fishing, Captain Dre and I'll bring this, and you know, I'll catch a drum or two on it, but then I go back to my spinning gear, just because I have more fun on that too. It's a whole different ball game. It's fun to catch big fish on this, but this was the setup that I got for these big striper in the bay. So around this area, there's a lot of guys that are making jig heads. One of my buddies, JR, makes jigged up customs, jigged up unlimited, jigged up jig heads. He makes a great product. He does some great paint work, and he uses very high quality products. And so he's one to check out. Coach Jig Heads. He's another one in the area. Coach has been around. Rich, he's been around for forever, fishing these big fish in the Chesapeake Bay. So he knows what he's doing. He knows what these fish need. You know what kind of weights, colors, hook size, all that. He's very good. So look him up too. The other one is he's the newer guy that made me those bucktails, big sexy baits. He's Carl. He's on the Eastern Shore of Maryland, Salisbury. You know, again, he does custom stuff. You order it, he makes it for you. JR does the same thing. Like, he'll work with you on colors, different splashes of colors here and there. He made one over Christmas that was Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. The jig heads look just like it with the little green sprinkles in it. It was pretty cool. And then the other one is GI Jigs. GI Jigs is LJ. He's on the Western Shore of Maryland, around Chesapeake Beach, Maryland, south of Annapolis. But he makes some good stuff too, you know. So I'm in a great area with a lot of great, you know, jig head makers, and I try to talk to all of them. There's like a war going on. It doesn't matter to me. You have a quality product, that's what I'm going to buy. That the whole, you know, all the stuff that the politics that go along with it. I'm just out here to try to catch some fish. And if you got a product that's not going to, the hook's not going to straighten on my fish, the eyeballs aren't going to pop, the paint's going to stay on, like, that's what I want to use. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and use. There's a new company that's out. I just bought some of their stuff. My buddy Bryce, who does a lot of tuna fishing, he's been using these guys, Invincible Jigs. So the colors are pretty cool. I think he does a lot more custom stuff. I'm not sure. I just ordered the generic ones right off the shelf from his website. And I mean, I like this. You like look, we got a bunch. Captain Dre and I got a bunch of these no lap baits that didn't have any paint on them, right? And they're probably my favorite ones because I don't have to worry about the paint. They did put eyeballs on them, but no paint chipping, no paint in the eyelet when you get them. None of that stuff, and that's been my favorite color. So that gray, just that gray lead color. Well, they got these right here. So this is Invincible Jig. It's nice and wide. It's double strong 8/0 hook. Yeah, it's 8/0 hook. This is 1.5 ounces. Nice big eye on it. The reason I got this color is because they make their own paddle tails now too, and the paddle tails are right here. You can see the purple in there. That's awesome. So so there's the paddle tail. I love purple. I love purple and pink for these big drum. These things seem really solid. I haven't used one yet. There you go, Invincible Jigs. That's actually like textured on the top of it. It's got nice pearl, nice iridescence in there. They have a bunch of other colors. This is the one. They do have a pink. I didn't get the pink because I have some pink in the No Live baits, so I thought I would get this one. Give it a whirl and see how it goes. It comes down to how strong they are. These bull reds tear baits apart. So we'll see how they hold up. We're gonna probably have to do the zip tie trick on these too, but that's what it is. It's a 7-inch seam swimmer, Invincible jig. So give them these guys also are on the Western Shore of Maryland, around Chesapeake Beach. Give them a look up, man. Like, this is some good quality stuff right here. I got this one New Jersey. This is the same, that they have the same kind of profile as the No Live baits. This is a 5-inch. This one's a little bit bigger than the No Live bait 5-inch. But it's a quality bait, man. I gave one to my buddy Todd, so he could try it out, because it's tough to find just a plain white in these. There's a lot of pearls. There's a lot of pearl bellies with the purple backs or whatever. So now's the cream of the crop as far as I'm concerned. So this is what I got in my No Live baits. So let's start off with these guys. We got the pink and yellow and the blue. I think they call that one like toothpaste or something like that. I can't remember. Then my second favorite, I like these. This was really good for New Jersey. It kind of matched the color of the menhaden they were eating. So I really like these. That green, the limeade. This is still one of my favorites. I mean, this is the first one I ever bought from No Live Bait. Still one of my favorites. Until this one came along. I used this one last year once. Pink is a strong color for these fish, man. But the No Live Bait's a limited batch. It's like pink and orange and purple, and like this thing is just banging. So nice. These fish just love these baits, man. You know, it's a lot of fun to be out there and catching these fish, and like I just have a passion for it, and yeah, so this is the gear that we're using here. Listen, if you guys have any questions, I can leave a couple links down below, the stuff that I use. You know, I'll leave Steve's link down below. No Live Baits, Jigging World, especially Jigging World, Florida Fishing Products, Daiwa. You know, a little bit of a description of the products that I have in the video. And let me go ahead and say this, for my comfortability, right? When I'm out on the water, you always need good clothes, good layers. In the heat, you got to have some good tech shirts, and I have a couple of companies that I choose. They're local guys, and one of them is HAWGFIN. I started, you know, became friends with this guy Todd on Facebook, asking him questions about some fishing stuff that he was doing that I knew nothing about, and he was very open, and we built a friendship through that, and he started this company. I remember the first message he sent me. He said, "Listen, bud, I'm starting a clothing company, and you should check it out." And since day one, I've been jumping on it. I got hats, I got jackets, rain gear. The rain jacket is top notch. It's really good. Lots of sweatshirts, all that. So check out HAWGFIN. They make some great clothing. And then, you know, the guy that's had my back since the jump, ever since I found the very first hat of his, he has evolved so much. He's now the top sponsor for the White Marlin Open, which is fished out of Maryland here, and that's Pure Lure. That's these guys right here. When my wife, when we first met, she asked me, she thought that I had some kind of ownership in the company because I was head to toe. You know, funny thing is too, is got them here too, right? Yeah, they make some great clothes. B always just you place an order and he handwrites a little note. Thanks for placing your order. Like it's a small family business. Even though they're just doing so much stuff, so many big things these days. But anytime that I'm done fishing, if I'm in Ocean City, Maryland, and I'm done fishing, and I go, you know, I'll text him and say, hey, I'm about to get off the boat, and like he'll meet me at the shop, and him and I always, like, I'll sit there for an hour and talk fish with him. You know, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of he's a great guy. You know, he went to school around here. He's worked for some really big companies, and you know, after years and years of learning some business stuff, he started his own. And man, if you I'm gonna start a business myself, like that's the business model that I want to go after. You know, still down to earth, still is the face of the business, is always in the store. Everybody that works at the shop is just amazing. I go to the one in West Ocean City, Maryland. I think they have a couple more stores, but yeah, and Brendan, this is a shout out to you, man. Like, thank you since day one. Thank you for just being so cool and so open and available for your customers. That's big stuff right there. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you guys watching. It's probably a little, you know, I'll cut it down a little bit, so hopefully you can see the knot tying and all that good stuff. But I'm looking forward to doing a lot more of this stuff. You know, working on the boat, I'll be able to you know, break it down, like, you know, how it is spring fishing and how it is summer fishing and how it is cobia fishing and how it is, you know, fall fishing for these drum, and then flip the switch around, and then next thing you know, we're fishing for these stripers again in the winter. And it's a whole different, like, throughout the whole year, like it's different depths of water, different styles of fishing, different lures we're using. I mean, it changes throughout the year. It's not just here's these bull red drum are coming up the coast. We gotta, you know, get all your gear set up. Like, it changes throughout the year. So this is just a general how-to. Hopefully you get some information from this, and I'll post as the year goes on, man. Like, I'll post some videos. I'm gonna do I got this in other social media platforms, but I'll start posting a lot of videos on here. Like, I'll with my GoPro up from the tower, seeing these fish swimming around. Like, it's so cool, man. I hope you can get the experience of catching one of these fish at some point. And again, call Captain Dre with Thomason Tradition Sport Fishing, and he'll get you. He'll get you on the books, man. Come out and see us. Come out and fish with us and have a great time. That's what we love to do while we're out there. We throw jokes around. We take jabs at each other all the time. Like, it's just how it is. It's just so much fun when we're out there. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a great day, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon.